Last time on Weekend Getaways, our getaway started off rather foggy. We then watched some working demonstrations. We visited both buildings that are original to the property, Brady House and the horse barn. We also cooked some fabulous rotel chicken. In part 2 of our weekend getaway to the Steam Festival, we begin with the process of making sorghum. This process begins by first trimming the stalks of sugar cane, putting them through a press to squeeze the juices out, next, the juices are strained for chunks of debris and then put in a vat to be cooked over a wood fire to reduce the amount of water, creating a syrup, and also to get impurities out.
Each year, the Steam Engine Association features a different tractor manufacturer. This year's feature was John Deere. Here is a look inside the John Deere feature building. Here are some of the other John Deere tractors on display.
Besides all these green tractors on display that the fathers really seemed to enjoy, and some mothers, there were several things the kids could enjoy. Kids could ride on these wonderful little tractor trains where they could steer and drive the tractor wherever they wanted to go. Gave them a full view of the showgrounds. This is an actual train that the Steam Association built, and Wade remembers riding on it when he was a child. Besides these two things, there was also a small petting zoo.
Well, we got to see John Deere. Have you seen John Deere high crop? We have one. We've got a lot of things. We've got a lot of things here.
Here we see a 3/4 scale Baker steam engine pulling what they call a Baker fan. There was a large display of single-cylinder gas engines. Sometimes people refer to them as hit-and-miss engines.
This church behind me was disassembled and reassembled on site. It was located somewhere in central Missouri. It's available for weddings, for rent for weddings, and for special occasions.
He just opens his Bible up, picks out something, and no notes.
Well, that's the best reading. one of two cabins on site. It was disassembled and reassembled on site. This one is not currently finished, but it does have a loft. You see outside this cabin that is unfinished some of the tools a pioneer might use. From blacksmith tools to sharpening tools, even an anvil. Let us take a gander at what's inside this fully refinished, deconstructed and reconstructed cabin on site. Anything a pioneer might want, you'd find in this cabin. There's an ice box in the corner, cabinets to put your trinkets in, bookshelves, 2 wood stoves.
Hi. Okay.
Stairs to the loft that I was afraid to go up on, and a nice wooden table.
Here are just a few of the many other great attractions to see here at the Steam Engine Show in Boonville. And here we actually have a John Deere single-cylinder gas engine making homemade ice cream. Well, it finally cleared off and warmed up Saturday afternoon, so we had to go over here to the ice cream place. A friend of ours has homemade ice cream. Got what, 2 flavors. What kind did you get?
Chocolate, of course.
So did I. Is it pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good stuff. Homemade chocolate ice cream. Vanilla's good too, but we like chocolate the best. So I'm having a good time here. So we're gonna eat up while before it melts.
We even had an exhibit on World War II, starting off with the American side. This exhibit had great examples of restored vehicles from World War II. Love that drawing on the side of that truck. And a field hospital, fully equipped. This exhibit would not be complete without the Germans. We thank this group for doing the reenactment for us. It was very informative. This is a fully equipped German camp.
and variety.
Now let's visit the blacksmith shop. This is a forgotten art form. As you can see, with this table laden with all kinds of goodies. All done right here on site.
Oh, there's one guy here that does some videos sometimes.
This looks to be a very hot job, but thankfully during the steam festival it was rather cool, so the building wasn't sweltering. It's just amazing to watch him take a piece of steel and make something useful out of it.
This wooden constructed rock crusher is being powered by a Harrison Jumbo steam engine. It has been a great addition to the Missouri River Valley Steam Engine Show for many years. I have enjoyed this working exhibit since I was a kid. Alright, we're going to start by firing up our flue with 20 pieces of charcoal. We're only going to need about a 325 degree oven, so that 20 pieces should get us there. Next, we are going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, we're going to grab our 10-inch Dutch oven. Our unsalted butter is melted, so we'll set it off the coals for a minute. We're going to add 16 ounces of unsalted peanuts. So when we use our salted butter, that'll work good. If you have salted peanuts, of course you could probably use unsalted butter and it'll work out just fine. Alright, we're going to pour in our melted butter over top of our peanuts. Get all that out we can. Now we're going to give our peanuts a light stir so that they're all evenly coated. Alright. Now our next step is to add 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning on top of there. We'll put them at 1 and 2. Now you can use whatever kind of Cajun seasoning you like. It's your preference. We happen to use Chef Paul Perdome's blackened redfish. This is one of our favorites, but you can use whatever flavor you like for seasoning. Now we're going to give another quick stir so that the spices, the seasoning, and the butter is all thoroughly mixed and coating all of our peanuts. Alright, as soon as our coals are ready, we'll get these Cajun peanuts roasting. Our coals are ready. Put our lid on our Dutch oven and dump out our 20 charcoal right on the lid. And then we're going to put, just like a regular baking, we're going to put about 8 pieces of charcoal on the bottom, and of course the rest we'll leave on top. As always, you only need to put charcoal on the bottom around the edge. And then we'll put a nice even layer on top, around the edge. And then we'll leave a few kind of right in the center on top. That should give us a nice good layer. We're going to set our timer for about 10 minutes, come back and give these a stir. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. Take our lid off. Give our peanuts a little stir. Got a ways to go. They're still real shiny. You can see they're kind of, when they get cooked in and about ready, they won't be quite as shiny, and our peanuts should be just turning just a little bit darker. So we'll put the lid on, go another 10 minutes. Alright, 10 more minutes. Let's see how they're looking. Bad. I think they're looking pretty good. I think they're just about ready. Alright. Looks good.
Well, that just about does it for this weekend getaway. We leave you tonight with a ride across a bridge that was disassembled and reassembled on site. Again, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. We look forward to seeing you again in our next weekend getaway.